Well, hello everybody. Hope you're having a good evening. It's Friday night. Let me. There you go. Yeah, it's Friday night. Hope you had a great week in weekend. We have a pretty exciting show for you today. Lots going on. Um, Stuff. So can't wait to get into that. As always, moving that mouse around, we have Dustin. Dustin, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing, Mike?
I'm doing
Happy
pretty good.
Friday.
Thank you very much. It's a nice night. Unfortunately, I didn't get that kitty I wanted to get the other night, but
Yeah,
he got a
yeah.
good home. He's at a good home now with another kitty. Good for him.
The right kitty will come along at the
Yep.
right time.
Cats are great.
Welcome to the show,
They always, yeah.
Jays.
Oh, Jay. Oh,
Hi.
yeah. I didn't forget. I knew Jay's was
How's
here.
your week been?
We did grocery shopping today for Thanksgiving stuff. So
Yep.
my
We
mind
didn't
is
find
on.
the baster thing
We didn't,
Oh,
or whatever
but
the bag thing you were talking
The
about.
brine kit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I was
The
telling
We
brine
you,
got to
kit
figure
is
that
good.
out.
I'm a big barbecuer, so yeah, there's a whole you can just get a few things. But yeah,
Now
even
we'll
apple
we'll
juice. I'll tell you later. I'll tell you
we'll
on the
we'll
show.
get it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Any of you guys want? I'm actually a big barbecuer. I'm Canadian, so I'm not doing Thanksgiving, but I can barbecue. I smoke turkeys. I've done lots. I've not good recipe. I'll give you my recipe. Um,
Yeah.
you can
So
message
my
me on
mind is on
Twitter.
mashed potatoes, gravy,
We don't have a
dipping,
smoker
things like
though.
that. We
I mean,
don't
we're
have
gonna
a
have to go
smoker.
oven.
But yeah, you got oven, but you can still make it pretty decent. Trust me.
Although our neighbors almost certainly have a smoker, but they would probably use it, right? I know they have one though because they had a whole bunch of stuff in the patio area.
For sure. Well, before we get started here, if you haven't clicked that follow button, please click it. We're almost at 50. We're only 4 away, so we need more followers. Actually, more, but that's our goal. I would love to get to 50.
Yep, our first goal. Yep, our first goal is 50. So if you could
Yep,
help us out,
that'd be amazing.
you know,
And
if you haven't hit that button yet, hit it.
if you're watching later on YouTube, we go live on Kick every Wednesday, day. You can see me at kick.com/borderline_banter. It's actually on borderlinebanter.com. Well, right here.
Yep, right here at the top. If you ever
Actually, you can
need to
click
know
on the
when we're
live.
live,
You can click on the live show right now.
and you can click on the
Look
live
at
show,
that.
and this
There
is
it
a
is.
link right here.
Right
This will
there.
take you right to us at kick.com.
Perfect.
It's a
Oh,
very interactive website,
okay.
and it's recently gotten a new look. So
yeah. What do you let me know what you think about the look too? This is the first website I've ever pretty straightforward. But I still want feedback. And yeah, don't forget to join in the conversation because we love to banter with our watchers. Let's get started here. What's
yeah,
our first interesting story?
we're going to start with Fox News here. Biden camp weighs joining TikTok to sway young voters months after purging app from federal devices.
Yeah,
Report.
sounds like
President Biden's spokesperson downplays possibility that the campaign will actually join TikTok.
So they haven't yet.
no, but I can see Joe Biden do it. Not Joe Biden himself, but
Wait, what is the story about?
but
What do you mean?
So they
It's about
haven't
Biden,
joined
right?
TikTok.
oh, for the
Right.
campaign. Oh wait, so yeah, sorry. Okay, so yeah, let's go down.
President Biden's re-election campaign is reportedly weighing privately whether to join the Chinese-owned social media platform TikTok. Axios first
So if they're
reported
weighing
on
it
Friday.
privately,
Biden, first of all, Axios is not a trusted news source, but first reported on Friday that Biden's team was considering using the platform owned by the Chinese company ByteDance. Though a spokesman for the president's re-election downplayed the story. Okay, so somebody in the office said, should we join TikTok? And then they had a discussion about it. That's literally all that happened. What is the story?
Yeah, well, that's clickbait. That's exactly what it is. But yeah, and they,
well,
they're
here
friends now,
recently
right? Look at
Biden
them.
just met
Yeah.
with President Xi,
And
so
TikTok,
you know.
he'd be like, "Oh, trust me, we will." All the Chinese interference starting right now because they control the app. They can control the ads. You know what I mean? Pump those ads towards the people.
So this is banned from federal devices, this
Yes.
particular app. But I think their IT policy probably outlines a lot of, like, you probably can't have Facebook on your device anymore. Like, I would assume you're not allowed to have all your civilian stuff on your government phone.
But they had a government TikTok. Like they did the same thing in here in Canada, but it'd be like liberal or conservative so and so, and they'd be like, "Hi, I'm reporting from the," and they do live TikToks while they're out. Pretty silly, but it also got banned here, which makes sense. It's a good idea. Yeah, but they can actually say they did do that. Say Biden changed that over, which he easily can. He can totally get a
Well,
whole
no,
bunch of
it's banned on all the
yeah.
like federal
But,
devices, but that's like phones owned by the federal government, right? Like that's not your personal phone.
yes, but
So
then yes, yeah. So but yeah, so they can just get an IT person outside or just
So
someone.
they've got a Biden IT spokesman guy here, TJ Ducklow. Says campaigns talk about a bunch of stuff, and some we do, and a bunch we don't. If we have news to share, we'll let you all know.
yeah.
Okay.
This is their pseudo confirmation. They're saying that it appeared to confirm pseudo confirmation that they had discussed it, but like basically saying, yeah, we discussed all kinds of dumb stuff, kind of like we do here at the Borderline Banter.
Jace has a
Who
point.
wrote this story?
Who wrote this story? We can call them out. I don't mind. Hold on.
What's
Houston
their name?
Keene.
Houston Keene.
Okay, but Jace has a point though. Like it is banned, but it doesn't mean
Houston
it's not
Keene is a
banned on their
politics
personal
writer for
phone.
Fox News Digital and covers the political goings on of Washington, D.C. and the nation. Hailing from Dallas, Texas.
Debatable.
I don't care.
That's a debatable sentence.
Yeah, but
Digital reporter by day, dungeon master by night. Oh, he plays D&D. That's nice. Former Capitol Hill staffer.
I really
Retweets
hope
and likes,
he does.
does medical endorsements.
They don't allow TikTok back because it is. I'm not gonna lie. I use TikTok. I post some videos on TikTok, mostly just some Grand Theft Auto fails. But hey,
yeah, nothing you're worried about the
exactly
Chinese party watching. Thanks a lot for this half my screen business going on here, Fox. That's great.
Appreciate that. Yeah,
I appreciate that. I've talked shit about their website so many times. Please fix it. I know you were listening.
So I'm looking at Houston Keene's X, his Twitter, whatever.
He actually said lol.
But anyway, he hasn't even reposted this story to his own personal one where he's reposted other Fox News ones. So I'm pretty sure that like even he thinks it's a nothing story.
So he just wrote it because he needs to hand something in, right? Whether they use it or not.
This is not a scoop campaign.
Yeah, TJ Ducklow. Lol, this is not a scoop.
Something some outlets who know better choose to ignore for clicks. If we have news to share, we'll let you. Okay, they left.
I feel personally attacked. Some outlets know better. I feel attacked
because
we got 3 lines down and we realized it was a nothing.
Which happens, but it's like it had all the things. It had Biden. That's funny. It had TikTok. That's funny. Yeah. And Fox News was presenting it, so it was going to be ridiculous. Yeah, well, check.
But watch, maybe down the road they're going to be right? Who knows?
2 days ago, young people on TikTok are proudly spreading Osama bin Laden's infamous letter to America that blames America for 9/11 and calls for the destruction of Israel. Neely wrote.
I saw that.
Nikki Neely.
That's pretty crazy.
Is this a completely unrelated thing they're throwing in this article?
It is, but it has to do with TikTok, and it's true.
It's like, TikTok, yeah.
Osama bin Laden's letter is going around, and people are like, "Oh, he was right, and we're not going to talk about that on this show. No, we're not going to talk about it at all. But it doesn't matter. Like it's just like it's crazy. Anyway,
have you ever heard of a guy who streams called Hasanabi, Mike?
I think I know the name, but I have never.
He is famous for a thing that he said one time in a one of these, actually very similar to this. It was in
an interview on news.
Yeah, it was a bunch of streamers hanging out together, and he said America deserved 9/11, and that was like his big thing that kind of started off his career, honestly, because nobody knew who he was before then. But I'm just saying there are people who, although not agreeing specifically with the insane person Osama bin Laden, understand the history of how that happened. I'm not saying I support Osama bin Laden. I'm saying there is a history of how that happened, and there were ways to avoid.
But these guys are cheering that, but it almost looks like they're trying to get these kids to be like, oh, they're just people who died. It doesn't matter. Like that's what it seems that the algorithm's trying to do. But wrong, but anyway.
So you think it's the Chinese algorithm doing it? No, let's open this up.
It is 100% the Chinese algorithm. You
think the Chinese algorithm is specifically showing teenagers in the United States Osama bin Laden?
100%. Just like they show them fucking people getting out of their cars and dancing in the middle of the street and all that. They want to fucking get these kids to think, oh, that's cool, blah blah blah, right?
But getting into your car and dancing in the street is cool.
Have you noticed? You know there isn't TikTok in China. China does not have TikTok.
No, they have their own social apps.
Yes.
They have other ones,
and they
just as
don't have
horrible.
freaking videos of that or kids dancing and doing twerking and stuff. They literally
Yeah.
have no. They have
Because
engineering.
American kids have brain rot. They've been looking at iPads since they were 2 years old.
So of the Chinese, they're just knowing how to use it. You know, like. What?
Arguably, they have a much more restricted internet access to begin with.
Yeah, but
and
I think maybe but
they also like video game culture. There is. Way
Do you know
different.
Douyin?
Sorry.
Douyin?
Don't know that.
No, I know Bike Q. Is that still what the kids use? Oh yeah, Douyin.
Douyin. Here's a name you'll probably recognize if you live outside of China. TikTok. The Chinese version is called Douyin.
Yeah,
but if you're outside China, you'll use TikTok.
Yeah.
So when you say they don't allow TikTok, is this?
It's not the
do
same.
they just use Douyin? Is it just the same, but it's called Douyin?
It's not the same app. It's a different app, and the algorithm is 100% different.
Well, yeah, it's a whole different audience.
And but they're showing them. They're showing them. They don't show them any stupid videos of people being dumb. They don't
Both
have videos.
are owned by the same company,
Yes.
but Douyin launched first, and so I don't know if it's different, but Chinese law is why they're able to do what they do with TikTok. So why wouldn't they be able to do it with Douyin when they have the same parent?
Yeah,
because they want to make their kids smart. They want to make Americans and North Americans dumb, as they want to make their own children smart. And it's working. It is working 100%.
I don't know that we can blame an app that shows people random videos.
Oh, it's not just the app. It's also, but it's not helping.
Hold on. This Fox article here says, most notably, the Chinese Communist Party's cybersecurity law allows government authorities to access companies' data.
Right.
So they're accessing the data of that company that owns both these platforms. So they're accessing it's the same. Douyin and TikTok are the same. If the worry is Chinese government spying on people using it, that's true for both.
Okay, but we already know they're spying on their own people. Come on.
I thought you were just saying they weren't. Why.
I'm saying they're setting up the algorithm to make their kids smarter, and they were making American kids dumber.
Okay, so you're saying Douyin has a better or a different algorithm.
100% to make
specifically.
And I haven't looked into that at all. That's a curious thing. I would be interested to see.
Let's look into it.
Well, but how do you know? How do you how do you describe an algorithm?
Good day, Game Boy Play.
Douyin does it make people smart? I can't type that in.
I don't know. Type in difference between TikTok and Douyin. Whatever. Decide what is it?
Douyin.
Well, you can't have a Tiananmen Square video on Douyin. They won't allow that. That's probably against their their thing. But it's here. Understanding Douyin and TikTok accessibility and demographics, e-commerce functions and features. So they have a live streaming function, just like TikTok does. Content preferences. Content preferences also vary between the platform, as Douyin educational content reigns supreme, with videos offering.
This is what Michael's saying.
Personal growth. TikTok, conversely, is more art-based, with focus on music, dance, and narrative videos.
Holy shit, that's the other thing Mike said.
But that's the community that themselves up within TikTok, right?
But it's true, though.
I thought it would be like the other platforms where it's based on how you cultivate your own feed.
But hey, there are educational things on TikTok. There's the lady that we watch. What's her name? I can't remember, but she does marine biology and stuff.
Oh, Spider Lady? I don't remember her name.
Well, there's Octopus Lady, and then there's...
and there's always going to be some good. There's always going to be some good, right? But...
That Loki lady? I can't remember her name. I don't know, but she's great. She does all kinds of biology stuff, and she started on TikTok. So did Minuteman, the guy who does the...
I'm not saying that's... I'm not saying no, but it's the full real algorithm. That's how it works. And I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's to make their kids smarter, and they're like, well, let's make these kids dumber, right? Most kids are like, oh, I can be a TikTok star now. I'll make money on TikTok. But TikTok just changed their algorithm. Everyone who's making money is not making money anymore like they were. And people are pretty pissed off about that. But that's what it is. Anything else to say on this, guys?
No, I think
Jay's kind of summarized it, saying it's not really even a story. Oh, hey, Game Playboy, how you doing?
Yeah, we kind of went off topic there. But
Well,
yeah, well,
the
there was-
TikTok was
the
how we
story
kind of
was
get back
nothing,
to where we
so-
were.
but yeah,
I think that's all I've got.
yeah, actually, yeah, because we went way
Lazy
off. That's what
reporter,
happened. We're talking
Constant.
about Joe Biden. Jeez. I hope they don't. I don't. I hope they don't allow it ever. I just. I guess yeah. I guess you can put ads. Is that different?
Next
is that,
story.
Is putting ads on TikTok different though, or no?
No,
I
it's probably
literally
exactly
don't
the
know.
same, except that
It's the one platform I don't use. I just I get onto it just enough to see the TikToks that you two make.
So this is CBC News. Judge says Ottawa listing plastic items as toxic was unreasonable and unconstitutional. But they are plastic.
Adding plastics to
they
the
are
list
toxic.
of substances a key step that allowed Ottawa to ban single-use plastics.
But yeah, though, now onto that. First of all, like I get let's get rid of plastics, but we had compost bags, we had compost straws. I took one of those straws and I placed it in my garden. 6 months later, I went back and it was gone. It was completely gone. It wasn't there. So, they completely compost. Paper straws.
So,
like
not to be a dick, but did you take out a microscope?
no, but I guarantee a plastic straw won't dissolve in 6 months.
The thing is, it might have broken down, but it didn't go away. Is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I don't know, but like when they
Yes.
say forever plastics, that's literally what I think. You can stick them in the dirt, and maybe they'll turn into like you don't see it anymore, but that's just microplastics.
Yeah, well then, at a dump or something, and boom. I guess it's still going to go anywhere. But yeah, let's see what the story's.
Yeah, we're just kind of looking at a big trash.
They did
here.
ban plastic straws. They banned plastic bags. They even banned the compost
so
stuff. And that's what.
Yeah, that's the other thing about this headline. Like, this is what they used it for, and like, this is dumb. Banning straws and plastic bags is not an answer, really.
And
like, and we now live in a state where like we have to pay 10 cents for plastic bags. That's their answer here. If you make people pay for them,
10 cents for the plastic bag.
we just pay it. We just use the ones we need. We need bags.
We used to actually.
Look, my cat's poop.
We used
I
to
need
start
those plastic bags.
charge for bags,
Yeah.
but now we don't. Now, yeah, exactly. I reuse those bags. I use it for trash bags. We use it. And then we got
We do.
The
We have
compost
a
bags. And then
we have a
you'd
cupboard
to
that's
pay-
got them in there.
You'd have to pay 15 cents for the compost bag. I'd go there. I'd only need 2, but I'd buy 5 because you know what? I can use the other 3. It's cheaper than me buying one of those bags of compost bags you can buy in a box.
Right.
For $7.
Like, you want me to buy a bag of
for $7 and you get the exact same
Peppies.
amount, like it's ridiculous. It's a money grab too. That's what it's not all about. But the lawnmower is talking about that.
In a ruling released Thursday, Justice Angela Furlanetto wrote that the category of plastic manufactured items was too broad to be given a blanket toxicity label under federal law. There's no reasonable apprehension that all listed plastic manufactured items are harmful.
But they are.
I mean, not all, obviously. I think there are some types of plastic that are different than others. That's why they have the category forever plastic.
The thing is, they ban plastic straws on that. You go to the grocery store, you buy ground beef, you have to unwrap it. There's plastic in it. You grab anything, boom, you have to unwrap it.
That's single-use plastic.
There's plastic use everywhere. You grab a jar of weed from a
all
legal
the shit
place.
on your candy
so much
bars
plastic. No, exactly.
from
Right?
Halloween.
Boom. And that's unrecyclable. Like they make it so you can't recycle that. They sent out a city-wide letter saying you can't recycle candy wrappers.
Apparently, just to disclose here, the case was brought forward by a group of major industrial players: Dow Chemical, Oil, Nova Chemicals. So obviously not the good guys, quote unquote, but that's just your big oil in Canada. Down here, it would be Mobil, Exxon,
So plastic
and
is
2 others.
Like,
I'm not
it
saying-
just is.
I'm like,
You're not
okay.
supposed to eat it.
No,
Things in the wild aren't supposed to eat it.
but it's pretty crazy how they can the stuff they try to call like those use that's on people, but those bags you use, people aren't washing those, and they're gonna be. They can have coli on them. They can get so dirty, People.
So
That's on people, but people are not gonna wash those bags.
well, yeah, and it's more than bags. They're saying plastic checkout bags, cutlery, food
Oh, yeah.
serviceware, spear sticks, and straws.
Yeah, you can't say
Which
you go to a fast food restaurant.
in December 20th, this is coming up,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. They're starting it already, but you go to a fast food place. If you don't ask for a utensil, they will not give it to you. So you order a bowl of soup. Most places still do, but most of them say you have to ask. But you order a bowl of soup, you get a soup, there's no spoon. You're like, well, you have to ask for a spoon. Now they came up with these wooden spoons. As soon as you put that wooden spoon in the hot water, it turns into a flat surface. Pretty silly. Like, I don't know. But I guess you can carry a spoon on you at all times.
Yeah, I think we should have normalized carrying your own cutlery on you.
Yeah,
No,
I think that's the
probably
actual
in,
answer.
Medieval times, like
Yeah.
everybody carried their own stuff. They carried a cup and like a spoon and a knife. Like,
And there's these really cool camping
It's
things
true.
that we're really compartmental now. Like
Yeah.
you can collapse down your cup, collapse down your bowl.
I have these straws. They're actually on sale at J&J Plus on Facebook, but they're collapsible. They can put in your keychain, and it comes with a collapsible straw and a little brush to clean it, and a case so you don't nice and clean. $39.99 Canadian. But yes, that's.
So it sounds like we can count on your vote for the plastic ban.
I'm
Yeah,
like I'm
100%.
not for using black, but I think they gone too far with it. They gone pretty far with it.
Well, and I think you probably think that because they're basically coming after the individual instead of where we really know the problem is. Like they're trying to come after the individual, like we can make a difference, and like the truth is we really can't.
Like I don't eat out anymore, because it's not good for you mostly. But still, but it's just some of the things that's ridiculous. You go to the store, you forget a bag, and they're like, "Oh, you have to pay $1 for a fabric bag." I pay $1 for a fabric bag when I have 35 of them at home. But that's again on the person, but it is what it is. But yeah, so it looks like they're overturning it. But did they say what they're doing?
It's been kind of vague. All these things I've been kind of reading these things.
Yeah.
I just keep talking about not every item within plastic manufactured category has potential to create. These are just people saying these things. Like,
but if that's like honestly, there's lots out there that can then do like that. Compostable straws, I think, are the way to go. Maybe maybe they're gonna microplastics, but look into that and then find a
what's
way.
a premier? Alberta's premier.
That's like the person who runs a province.
Is that a governor?
It's kind of like your governor, yes. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's premier. Yeah, that's like.
So the governor of Ottawa was saying that's a federal overreach. So provincial level officials are in disagreement.
And it was the premier of Alberta said that.
Yeah.
Smith.
And then they also have an environment minister.
Yeah, Rebecca.
All right. I'm sure we have things like that at the state level too that I just don't. I can't. I fall asleep if I get that deep in
it's just the same. Different words.
Yeah. It's time for the federal government to listen to reports and to Canadians. We urge them to not appeal this decision and to immediately delete plastic manufactured items from the toxic substance list.
And you know what? That's when they should do more work. Let's put it on pause, find out what ones are the worst, get rid of them. Do the science.
Or go after the actual problem, which is, company level, manufacturing level, where they're putting bags inside of a bag.
Yeah.
Boxes inside of a bag inside of a box. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, it's
just look at everything you got in the grocery store and just like, it's stupid.
No, yeah,
it should be,
right? So.
I don't know, it should be.
You can literally buy an unpeeled
regulated.
Orange. You can buy an unpeeled orange that has a styrofoam little friggin' cup and plastic lid.
Yeah. Like, that's where I think the regulation would have a better bang for your buck.
And who's paying for a fucking unpeeled orange? That's pretty ridiculous, but...
Well, yeah, I mean, there's market. If you see a thing in the store, the freaking market. That's just it.
If there's an unpeeled
orange. If we made it all the way to a shelf, then...
I guess somebody wants it, yeah.
There's an audience, because otherwise you don't make it to a shelf.
I guess. That's
pretty hard to get there. I mean, the website's different. Like, you can find all kinds of weird shit on the internet, but an actual shelf of a store...
For sure. But yeah.
Unfortunately.
I don't have too much more to say on this.
So is this over then?
I don't know. It doesn't really get into that, it looks like.
The judge says that's unreasonable and unconstitutional, but if they made like a ruling?
I don't know how, honestly, that's for courts. I don't know how that works. Struck down the government's reason.
Okay, that's the end of the article. I'll just make sure it's the end.
That's fine. Yeah, so I'm not sure. We'll have to figure it out. Well, I'm sure we'll come back up to it because I want my plastic straws.
Yeah, and this is very unclear what they've actually decided to do here.
Have you ever tried to drink a Slurpee with a paper straw? Now this is first
No,
world problems.
I've never used a
Not-
paper
not-
straw.
yeah. But I guess, but yeah, like you drink out of a paper straw within 5 minutes, the paper starts getting like falling apart and stuff. Then you can't even drink the slurp because it's frozen.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. And like not it
First
doesn't work.
first world problem is not a big deal. Like
Yeah.
you can use a spoon. Okay.
All right, what do we got next?
Let me see here. I'm just gonna write it down. But yeah, from Fox News, Michigan Tech professor on leave following triad.
Irate against
Okay.
conservative
Some
group
groups
email
eat-
suggests. So Dr. Carl Blair came under fire for calling Young Americans for Freedom activists homophobic, dumb, racist twits. Well, were they being homophobic, dumb, racist twits?
I mean, they're in a group called Young Americans for Freedom.
Yeah, I assume they
And that's
were.
But
that's
you
a
can't-
college.
We can't say, but yeah,
That's my
It
assumption.
could be an assumption, but that's pretty bold to say. There's a lot of people who say things, but freedom activists. I've met a lot of freedom activists of all
Well, let's scroll down.
shapes, sizes, and colors.
What happened?
Yeah, we'll find out. So, okay, what did that? Okay, but yeah, Young American Foundation, which created. Okay, doesn't say too much there.
So, an email from Michigan Tech suggested Professor Dr. Carl Blair has been replaced following this rant. So that's the first thing.
He's been fired.
He's been replaced. They're very vague with the wording. They don't say fired. They say the students won't see him again for the rest of this year or something like that. But yeah, so this Young Americans Foundation, which created the Young Americans for Freedom activist group, released this audio, which great. If that's all he said, it doesn't even seem that bad to me. But anyways,
But if they're not, if they're just some people, that's pretty. That's slander, you know, like.
Well, no, not legally. That doesn't fit the definition of slander.
Okay, so what exactly happened then? Why were they called that? Has to be some reason why.
Let's see.
An institution with strong research focus, Michigan Tech vigorously supports freedom of speech and academic freedom. We follow the Chicago principles in this manner. With this, we expect an environment of respect and acceptance of diverse perspectives, perhaps most importantly within our classrooms. We regret that this has not been your experience in the class this week, the email read. It continued, tomorrow's class has been canceled, and upon return of Thanksgiving break, we have arranged for a different instructor for the remainder of the semester. So yeah.
Okay, well, let's listen to the clip. Let's see what it says.
Oh, is this actually the clip?
Yeah.
This is Fox News, so half the time this is something totally different.
So
We'll give them a shot.
Young Americans, what now? What was the name of the group?
You can turn up too, because I'll give Fox News. Can't hear. Up a little more.
Well, yeah, she's just not actually. This isn't even the thing we're talking about, though.
Erasing the chalk, stalked outside of my bedroom door by putting his ear on it to see.
Yeah, this is
if
completely
I was in my-
different.
Completely unrelated. Thank you, Fox News. Even though all the little parts down here looked like it was, she's talking about somebody knocking on her door and listening. Like that's totally unrelated. Whatever.
Okay. Anyway, well.
Unfortunate.
This is the Young
wish I could show you the
Americans.
clip, but they have to have the quote in here, right? Let's see.
You have to be very careful what you say these days, you know.
So they did reach out to Blair for a comment on his rant. The Yaps magazine publication, The New Guard. Yeah, I stand by my words and I have nothing else to say before hanging up. So that's his take.
Okay, let's look up Young Americans Freedom. Let's look them up, Michigan.
Young Americans for Freedom. That's so weird that I couldn't find it.
You couldn't? Okay.
Wait, no, there it is. Young Americans for Freedom. Conservative youth organization that was founded in 1960 as a coalition between traditional conservatives and libertarians on American college campuses. Let's see. What did they believe in?
Yeah, I just would like to see. Notice me. Before we start bashing them, like if they were being racist, then they should have been called out. But this school seems like they wouldn't allow it. Most universities will not allow any of that.
Young American Freedom faced opposition from groups like the American Nazi Party because they were the presence of Jews in the organization and its close relationship with Marvin Liebman.
That's going.
However, YAF did not honor Senator from South Carolina Strom Thurmond as a segregationist with its Freedom Award in 1962.
Yeah, this isn't telling me
so
much
they-
about him.
Yeah. So anyway,
Okay.
yeah. Anyway, nothing. We don't have to.
But I guess I don't really need to know much about him. This says that this little group here stands by free speech. If they really stand by free speech, they should have no problem with what he said.
Right.
Yeah.
No shit.
But it wasn't their choice. It wasn't their choice. So
Right. And they should actually be arguing, no, don't remove him.
who knows?
He
if they are.
said
Maybe
his
they are.
opinion.
Maybe
He
they
stood
are.
up in front of us and said his opinion of us. His opinion of us
And maybe
was
they are.
pretty
We don't know
succinct. It
that,
was,
right?
you are homophobic, dumb, racist twits. That's an opinion.
Yeah, okay.
And if you really
And
believe in
maybe
free
they
speech,
are
that's
sticking up for They are
that's
not
a
the ones. It was the school that did it, not them, right?
right. So it doesn't even matter if they are those things. What this group is for, they should be for his right to say those
And
things.
who says they're not? Nowhere does it say they're happy about it, does it? Like I didn't see that. They didn't comment on it, did they?
No,
There. So
I don't see anybody arguing
Yeah, so
it. I just see
another
yeah,
Fox,
I see them.
another Fox News story that's kind of weird. But
I see them saying nothing about it, saying like, "Hey, wait, we're the free speech place. Fox
Right.
News, we're the free speech place."
yeah,
And they're actually covering this article, not saying anything to that effect that I just said. It's what's missing in the article, not what was here. It's what's not here. The other interesting thing about this group is that this group of students did a Berlin Wall reenactment. I guess they reenacted building it, which is an interesting reenactment.
yeah.
Because like the coming down of the wall was the good part, right?
Maybe,
Yeah, and so they got mad that somebody vandalized that wall, but wasn't the original wall vandalized?
And the vandalism was tearing it down. Like it's a little slap on the forehead
Yeah,
here
I
moment.
don't
Like,
get it, yeah.
wait, why did you rebuild the building part?
But
Like,
people
I
are
don't.
allowed,
That's
people are allowed to. They're allowed to do that. They have the right.
you
to.
are. But if you reenact the
you get
racist
mad
part of
at
a historical thing, I'm gonna consider you racist.
Why would you get mad at the event? Like, because that wall had all kinds of shit written all over it, and it was, I don't know, that thing was
But, like,
super vandalized.
That's about all I got on this.
Yeah, I don't too much.
I think the college is in the wrong for telling him to step down, and it's just they're trying to save face, which is what you do these
But
days.
a lot of people get a lot of people.
And he is
use-
on leave. So he's not fired.
Yeah, but down below it
for
says
what that's
he's being
worth.
replaced. But yeah, so
He's being replaced for this year, and they may just move him to
different place.
different campus.
Yeah. Oh my.
It was desk duty.
Michigan Tech, I'm sure, has a couple satellite locations. Colleges are weird like that. All right. Anything else?
I don't have anything. No.
All right. Moving on to CNN. Judge declares mistrial after jury deadlocks in trial of officer charged in Breonna Taylor case.
Okay, I
Kind
think
of
this
unfortunate
is from
news.
several years ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that happened several years ago.
Yeah, this is that one that
but-
happened where they went for a raid. I believe now this is one where they went to someone's house for a raid, and her and
Yeah.
her boyfriend were sleeping, and then shootout or something. She ended up getting hit.
Yeah, and this
Right,
was
yeah.
March of 2020.
Yeah.
26-year-old Breonna Taylor. And yeah, they came in and she was killed, and the boyfriend, I believe, survived and had originally been charged firing at a police officer. They dropped those charges
Okay.
because they didn't properly announce themselves, so him shooting at them was completely justified. It's
I
just
don't know if
intruders
okay,
to your
so,
house
yeah.
at that point if you don't say police,
Yeah.
so you kind of need to do that.
Okay.
It was a no-knock raid, which is why they didn't announce.
Yeah.
And no-knock raids
You
are
mentioned-
evil.
Okay, then how? Okay, now I'm just asking, but okay, if it's a no-knock raid, how can they not charge him for something for not announcing himself? It's not like
He's within his right to defend himself.
I guess but
He argued his rights, and they dropped the charges. They didn't take it to court, so we don't have a
yeah.
judge statement about it. We just have the prosecutor declined to do the charges. They have that jurisdiction to drop charges in a lot of cases. Why they do it is your guess is as good as mine, right?
All right, so mistrial means it's probably going to be redone though. So that's
Yeah, I believe mistrial means we got to redo it, and it's because the jurors couldn't come to a unanimous decision. So obviously, we'll get a new set of jurors. Completely redo the whole trial.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, do they all the news is we don't. That's the thing about court cases too. We don't get to see everything. Right? There's a lot of
No,
stuff
yeah,
that we
there's
don't hear.
definitely
There's
yeah,
lots
there's
of stuff
definitely
that
evidence we don't see. Not everything's public
and
information.
I know,
or
for example,
publicized trial.
one person says one wrong thing. Like, for instance, if I like this is talking about this something I saw. I saw a car accident. Few people actually ended up dying, sadly, and we were talking about it. Like, a cop showed up, and she said the car was on its roof, but the car didn't land on its roof. And the person's lawyer, who's being because someone was getting charged, said, "Well, was the car on the roof or was it on the floor?" And then they're like, "Well," I was like, "Oh," so they put it in mistrial. They ended up going to court for 3 different times. Crazy. But yeah, so just
Wow.
one wrong word, just one wrong word can mess up the whole case. You know what I mean? Like one wrong word.
Kind of dumb.
Yeah. And
So yeah, this particular officer is one of 4 officers that were involved, I believe.
now, again, like, now I'm not saying, but all 4 charges were they all shoot like.
We're not talking about the other 3 people in this article, so
Yeah.
I mean,
Was
I
he
don't want to
the
go
lead-
into anything about the
but
others
was he
since I don't have that in front of me.
Was he the head chief? Was he just
Why don't we just talk about what he did?
Okay.
It doesn't matter what if he was the leader or not. Let's just talk about what he did, which they do in this article. So, prosecutors alleged Hankison used unjustified force the night Taylor was killed and violated her civil rights and those of her boyfriend and next door neighbors. So what they're alleging here, they've got to have this in here. He shot through 2 different glass panes with covering behind them. Yeah, here it is. According to the federal indictment, Hankison fired multiple shots into Taylor's home, some of which traveled through a wall she shared with her neighbors when there was no longer a lawful objective justifying the use of deadly force.
Okay.
So I believe he was actually not with the rest of the other officers. In fact, in his own words down here, yeah, here's it. Hankison was one of 4 current and former Louisville police officers who were charged. But this is just talking about the one they're charging. They're doing all the trials separately.
Yeah, for sure. What does it say about what we say?
He had his comments in here. It might be all the way at the very end. Hankison testified he believed a shootout was happening, not realizing most shots were coming from police, and though he couldn't see through the covered window, he saw flashes and shot towards the area he believed.
No, that's neglect 100%.
Hankison told lawyers told the jury he was trying to save the other officers in the home by shooting through the windows at what he believed was a person armed with an rifle.
But he did not know who was behind the window, so yeah, that's not.
But you also don't see, like,
Yeah, you don't.
if you
That's
don't
not
see an AR
justified.
rifle, you don't shoot. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, you don't.
And at the very end here, they say Walker, this was the boyfriend, was initially charged with attempted murder of a police officer and first-degree assault before prosecutors decided to drop charges.
Okay,
For
yeah.
pretty obvious reasons. It was a no-knock raid, and you had your weapon. Anyone in his position would have fired their weapon.
Yeah, but
Anyone.
now, was he? Was he allowed to have a weapon, or was he a convicted?
Yes.
Yeah, he was allowed to have.
He was allowed to have the weapon as a legal firearm.
Why were
Well,
they raiding? Who were they going after then? Who was the no-knock raid?
It was a
for?
botched raid.
It was a botched raid. Like,
They were
do you
looking for
not
somebody who
know
was
the
not
entirety
at
of the?
that
No,
address.
I
They
don't.
didn't live there.
The judge signed off on the freaking no-knock raid without even reading anything.
See, I did.
There's a
not know
corrupt
that.
judge involved.
Okay.
There's corrupt police officers involved. They went to an address of somebody just because they wasn't it like an address of somebody was on like a piece of mail or something?
Yeah.
Like it literally was no evidence.
Yeah, the person
Of
they were looking
anything.
for did not live there.
Yeah. Like
No,
I don't know,
This
we'd have
happened years
to
ago, and I saw the original stuff. Then things disappear. You know, I don't see everything.
So, a Jefferson County Circuit Court judge approved 5 search warrants for locations linked to Taylor's ex-boyfriend, Jamarcus Glover, not Walker, including Taylor's home. He didn't live there.
Yeah.
None of his shit was there. They had no reason to believe any of his shit was there. Nothing of his was there or recovered.
Hankison, along with other officers, broke in the
The
front
judge
door
just
of the
didn't
home
read it
where
and
he
signed
was
all
taking
5 of
the
them and said,
chapter.
do it.
Taylor was shot multiple times. Walker was not injured. Somebody kicked in the door and shot my girlfriend, Walker said in the 911 call.
Oh yeah, while it happened, he called
He didn't
911.
even know it was
Okay,
the
wow.
He called
police at
911
all.
during the incident to report people were breaking into his house shooting at him.
Oh wow. Okay.
That went a long ways to them dropping charges because
Yeah.
he literally didn't think it was cops because he called the cops.
I never saw that.
Crazy story.
I never saw that. That's insane.
Yeah, and this was one of the big events
know-
that
I
people
know-
were protesting in
I remember that.
2020.
I remember.
Yeah,
that.
this was one of the things that they wanted everybody to hear about during that. That was one of the main things the protests were about, was that people needed to hear these stories.
No, that is, and
Yeah.
that's the thing. All I heard was a destruction, and that's why I believe just burning down cities is the right way to go. 'Cause-
No city got burned down.
Yeah, not
One
not burned down, but-
police precinct got burned down and one auto zone got burned
But
down.
yeah, anyway, but
And the actual perpetrator of at least the auto zone is still unknown.
Okay,
Hard evidence
I've
kind of
seen
points it
lots of
towards
stuff in this-
an Umbrella Man, though.
anyway,
Did you hear about Umbrella Man?
I there's so much shit coming out of the States, man. I can't keep up with it. Okay, like every
Well, you
day
heard
there's
about the
something
cities
new.
burning down.
Not down. Yeah, I'm not okay. When I say city,
Which
I
didn't
just remember,
happen.
but I do remember a lot of fires in places, but it
No,
it might not
there
been this
weren't,
case.
though.
It might have been a
There
different
weren't, though.
thing.
I'm an
It
American.
could've-
We lived here.
It could have
there
been a
weren't.
different case. There's so many times I've seen riots and stuff happen. You know, we've only had a few riots here in Canada, and it's because we lose hockey games and get pissed off. No.
I'm sure you've had other riots.
Yeah, there's that one riot. It wasn't really a riot, but I guess. But yeah, the last.
Well, we'll cover it as soon as you guys have one. I mean, you guys have to get angry. It's the problem. You're not
we're gonna-
angry.
Yeah. Soon.
When was the
You guys love
last
your
Canadian
leaders,
riot?
all of them.
yeah.
So I just Googled when was the last Canadian riot. It says June 15th, 2011.
Yeah, there you go. That was
After the Canucks lost
yeah,
the
exactly.
Stanley Cup.
Our
There you go,
last
yeah.
riot was last
Yeah.
year.
I know what.
No,
There's a picture of two people making out in that picture. You should just look at it because it was a famous picture. There's a riot, and behind them there's a riot, and they're just kissing in the middle of the street.
Kissing in the
Yeah.
middle of the street.
Like say couple at Vancouver riot. You'll find the photo.
Oh, we had a jail riot like 2 days ago. 3 days ago? 4 days ago? Yeah, 4 days ago.
Oh, a jail riot.
Yeah, in South Carolina.
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's a picture. Yeah, they're just.
Here.
So yeah, they're just like whatever. So yeah. So
Some riot.
Yeah, there you go. Let's
So-
start a riot.
yeah, they're just like whatever. One in Vancouver, I guess, right?
Yeah, there you go. Canadians know how to riot.
Yeah. So
I just don't think they're angry enough.
yeah, that's it. We're pretty angry. We're gonna make out in the middle of the
Yeah.
street. God damn it. But
All right.
okay.
Next up, AP News. New drill bores deeper into tunnel rubble in India to create an escape pipe for 40 trapped workers. Did you guys even know this was happening?
No.
Oh, wow.
I didn't either.
Wow.
This is like the
Sorry.
plot of a movie
Oh,
that already was made, so they probably won't remake the movie, but like it's happening again in real life.
maybe they actually because it's probably happened before.
Boring tunnel.
This is the actual entrance, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Collapsed. Okay, so the tunnel collapsed.
These are some locals.
Probably family stuff.
These are some rescue workers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Here's some security officers. Who did these photos? Here's some heavy machinery.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Here's all of them together.
Yep. Those
And
are the things.
here's
Or
the-
machinery.
there's-
Okay, so let's see
Yep.
what happened.
So they're clearing the rubble.
so yeah.
So rescuers drilled deeper into the rubble of a collapsed road tunnel in northern India on Friday to fix wide pipes for 40 workers trapped underground for a 6th day to crawl to their freedom. Holy crap, 6 days trapped underground. That sucks.
Yeah. So
Drilling with the new machine started on Thursday and has covered a stretch of 24 meters, 78 feet so far. It may require up to 60 meters,
Oh,
195 feet to enable the trapped workers to escape. However, the drilling was interrupted on Friday afternoon when the damage was caused by the machine's bearings by the breaking of rocks and clearing of debris. Said, okay. That's
that said a director of National Highway Authority.
yeah.
Sorry, Anshu. The rest of that's not happening. So that kind of sucks. 6 days and the driller thing broke.
Yeah.
So they're just chilling in there waiting.
Some of the workers felt fevery and body aches Wednesday, but there has been no deterioration in their condition. He said nuts, roasted chickpeas, popcorn, medicines are being sent to them via a pipe every 2 hours.
well,
Okay.
So
So they've got air, they've got food, they got
popcorn.
water. Somebody got some tummy aches. Gotcha.
Who decided nuts, chickpeas, and popcorn?
Those are the
though?
most protein and easiest thing to probably get down there.
Yeah.
Is popcorn? That's just corn
Yeah.
in a
But it's-
puffed form.
Well, then they puff it when they get
Yeah.
there, maybe.
Wouldn't mashed or cream corn be better? I'm just saying.
Anyway, they've been
Yeah,
trapped
let's
since
put mashed
Sunday.
cream corn down a fucking pipe.
Well, I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. It's a pipe, so you got to throw down popcorn. Like it'll survive the fall. Throw a bag of popcorn.
Oh, I do hope they get out. Jeez,
All right,
well,
so
that's great news. They can at least beat them. That's something, right? It's still shitty.
yeah,
But hey.
yeah. That's the best part is that they're not sitting in there unreachable like some of these trap situations. We weren't here around to cover, but I've heard these guys have been trapped since Sunday when a landslide caused a 4.5-kilometer tunnel they were building to collapse about 200 meters from the entrance. So they were in there doing work on it. Their entrance got buried. So I guess that's why they can just drill and eventually get to where the rest of the that didn't get slided.
Well, I hope they
Slowed.
I hope they can figure it out. Let's send some then hopefully they should get a whole bunch of people there. Like I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like they've got 200 disaster relief personnel. So they've got a lot of people, a lot of
They're gonna get there
equipment.
eventually.
It sounds like they've got what they need, and we just have to follow up and hopefully we have good news.
Hopefully they can fix that machine and get it going.
Yeah.
Brennan,
The American Auger.
they're gonna you need a good auger, right? So.
The state officials have contacted Thai experts who helped rescue the youth soccer team that was trapped in a cave in Thailand in 2018. That was one of those other events I was thinking about.
And there's actually a movie done by that, and I 100% recommend watching.
And that was the movie I was thinking about. They kind of makes it we're making a movie for this one.
It's an amazing, but this is probably a little bit. Who knows? But
I don't know. Having a youth soccer team. I mean, that pulls at the heartstrings a little more than or 40 workers.
But it was an amazing movie.
Didn't a whole bunch of countries come together to do the rescue attempts for that?
Spoiler,
well, it's also world news. The world might know about it.
Yeah.
Sorry, world, I've spoiled the news for you.
Yeah.
Here's another spoiler. Biden is the president.
Let's hope. I hope the best for them. Hope they work hard, get them out, and boom.
Yeah, and I'll look for the follow-up because I think from the sounds of it, maybe early next week or Wednesday, we'll have an update.
Or hopefully on Monday.
All right. You're not going to believe this.
From CNN Entertainment, Snoop Dogg.
Oh my God.
Snoop Dogg says he's giving up. This has to be fake news.
Yeah, I don't believe you, CNN. Except that I found this everywhere, actually.
No, it's not. No, there's no way.
I found this article on Fox. I found it on AP. I found it on Gizmodo.
That's give him privacy. We should probably not even. That's so sad.
No. Scroll down. What's
Look, his body, his choice.
What?
All right. So the musician and entrepreneur announced he decided to give up smoke. Well, hold on. That's
that's different.
Hold on.
Yeah, whoa.
Hold on.
Yeah.
After much consideration and conversation with my family, I've decided to give up smoke. The rapper, whose real name is Calvin, told his 82 million followers, "Please respect my privacy at this time."
Yeah, for sure.
You like my Snoop Dogg voice? Is that
It was horrible.
The news may come as a shock to some. The rapper has long been open about his love of weed and even claimed to have smoked in the White House. He has launched several business ventures related to marijuana, including a pop-focused media company called Mary Jane, and a line of cannabis products. He has also invested in Casa Verde Capital, a venture capital firm that invests in marijuana startups. His love for weed had made headlines. The entertainer revealed in 2019 that he had a full-time staffer whose sole job it is to roll his blunts. And in 2021, he revealed on Reddit that he has 81 smoke breaks per day.
CNN reached
So
out
he gave up
to his representative
smoking.
for comment.
He's still gonna do edibles and
Yeah, but
maybe
that's
even vaping.
You know what? But that's still, because I guess, I don't know, vaping's not any better.
He might just be going for the edibles.
Yeah,
He
right?
might go over the
Oh,
edibles,
like-
but he could be vaping too. Like
Yeah.
he could be. I mean, those vape cartridges are good now. Like
Yeah,
I mean, with the way he's saying this, because he is saying smoke,
he said,
Yeah.
I am giving
he
up
could be thinking vape is fine, even though
specifically.
others would argue vapes
Yeah.
are dangerous for other reasons.
I'm not a big fan of vapes. I think they're horrible.
That's
They're-
toxic metal
In the long run,
in
if
your
you can
lungs.
stop them, if you can stop using them, if you use to quit smoking and you don't use that anymore, perfect. But what I see,
We vaped a little
No,
bit.
no, like
But-
the vape thing, the little vape THC.
Not a lot.
Okay, yeah, okay, for THC, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, if he's just doing THC cartridges and edibles, let's be honest, in like a month he's gonna be like,
Yeah,
never
let's do
mind.
that, yeah. But you know,
Never
maybe-
mind.
Maybe he's been cutting down, and he's like, no, it's time. Because
That was just a
smoking
tolerance
weed takes
break.
a lot out of your lungs, you know? Like, you can only do it for so long. How old is he? 50-ish now? Not a little bit older?
No, he's older than that, isn't he?
Oh, how old is Snoop Dogg? I can look it up here.
How old is
Yeah, you-
Snoop Dogg? 52 years old.
52, yes.
You were almost spot on.
Yeah, so he's 52 years old, right? So,
Eminem is 51.
wow. But yeah.
Martha Stewart is
51?
82.
Oh,
Dr. Dre is 58.
Holy crap!
yeah, we're getting old, guys. But
Yep.
yeah, good on him. I hope the best for him. I hope he, right? Like, I really hope the best for him. And somebody actually I was talking to at work today, they're like, if he can do it, anybody can, you know. And it's good to take a break from weed once in a while. Maybe that's all you need. Maybe like, you know what? Let's take a break for a month or two. Then when you do smoke a joint, oh, it's so good.
Good luck, Snoop.
Yeah. And you know what? Edibles are great. Like, these are actually just.
Look, I started this off saying
got-
his body, his
I got
choice,
some
and I
edibles
stick by
right
it.
here.
It's his
Now,
choice.
These are just CBD edibles. Edibles.
Edible.
Edibles. Like, they're just gummies for CBD
Animals.
because they're good. But
Abominables.
yeah,
Yeah, some people get a good effect from CBD. Some people get
I-
nothing from it. It's kind of if you get something from it, good.
yeah, it does actually help me a little bit for some pain I have in my shoulder stuff. So it's like, when it's really bad, I'll just eat 40 milligrams, and it's like, okay, not too bad, right? But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, some people will look at CBD stuff and be like, "Ah, it's not THC, so what's the point?" I just say, dude, if it works for somebody, why do I care?
exactly.
It's not. Yeah, that's why I say if you get something from it, awesome.
Yeah, and I do use a smoke. I smoke, but
I keep it pretty simple
Yeah.
because
the
You know,
CBD is just
complex
because
is not
it's good for
necessary.
pain and it does help, and I can function
Joints.
much better in public on that than when I get high, right?
that makes sense. Yeah.
I wonder what they're gonna do with his professional.
Have you ever had,
joint hey, what are they gonna do with his joint roller?
Oh, that's a good point. He should keep paying him anyways, right?
he
Just
probably
on
can,
principle,
yeah.
like, cause he's got the money to do it, and like, it's if you got that job, you kind of expected to have it forever.
Maybe he's gonna become a baker, a professional weed baker.
Maybe he already made enough, and he actually retired, and he's part of this. Maybe he's like, oh, that's not a bad idea,
My
Snoop. I
thumbs
actually
are-
was thinking
my
about
thumbs are
retiring.
sore. Yeah.
And maybe he's got a nice pension. This is Snoop Dogg, so you can pay a pension for his guy.
Yeah, I like I said, I hope the best for him.
I was gonna ask, because you said something about CBD. Have you ever tried the other thing I always see at these same stores, Kratom?
I have not. I haven't even heard of that.
I see it everywhere, and the other one is Delta 8, but that's just
No,
that's,
I never heard of that stuff, so no, but maybe it's good, but nope, I haven't.
and I have the same opinion on that. If it does something,
But yeah, it doesn't
Oh,
just because they sell it doesn't mean it's good for you, right? Like they used to sell salvia at the friggin' store here. They're like, oh, it's fun, just try it. And
yeah, it is, but like try it in a safe place.
yeah, well, they don't know. So you're thinking, oh, it's something. I thought it was just gonna be like fruit tobacco. You know, fruit tobacco. You just sit out of hookah, right?
Yeah,
And then-
no, you needed to watch internet
Don't-
etiquette.
Don't like this was way before. I don't know if there's even internet then, but salvia messed me up. And
Have you ever
throw it-
seen
can throw it in your
internet
front
comment
yard.
etiquette?
I don't think so. What is that?
It's a guy. It's a YouTuber who actually has done salvia in his videos. It's pretty funny shit.
Hey,
Maybe we'll watch some of those after the show.
from Kid Gizmodo, it's time to say goodbye to Clyde. Discord's AI chatbot.
It's a little bit sad for us because we've had Clyde in our Discord
Yeah.
for a long time.
We had Clyde when he started.
But at the
Spider-Man.
same time, Clyde's also kind of a piece of shit. So
He is.
Yeah, but
Not everybody knows Clyde, but we're heavy Discord users and a lot of online
you're
gamers.
allowed to hate the people you love. You know that, right?
Here's a picture of Clyde.
Yeah. No,
Look how happy he is to be quitting.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
Smug.
I have used him a few times. Clyde was kind of helpful for some things, but we did get in some arguments, and he would be melty
you
to
got
me.
in arguments with an AI. And
Yeah,
he would
well,
be melted
he starts
to you.
melting me off. Like screw him.
He does, and we have examples. I don't know if we want to put him on blast, but
Then I asked him to say, as like you were gonna leave without even saying goodbye. And what did he say? I forget exactly.
he says he's not authorized to do goodbyes.
Yeah.
Isn't that he basically said he can't say goodbye,
I was like,
which is crazy. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So apparently he came out in March.
Right, Zelda was the new Zelda.
He figured that out though. Finally.
Yeah, he says, as an AI assistant, I don't have the ability to initiate advise or express emotions. However, I'm here to assist in chat.
I think we started using this in April or May. I believe we were. Yeah, we were, because I know for sure in April we were using this.
Yeah, I have no idea how far we go back with Clyde, but I feel like a long ways. Near his origin. I mean, if his origin was March.
No, I think because I believe we started right when he got there, because we're like, hey, Clyde, we brought him in and all that. But oh well, I'm sure.
So yeah, Clyde was
announced
announced in March.
It was just a test run, but guess not.
Well, it says he was an experimental feature.
So maybe they'll bring it back. Maybe they'll take all the information from it and either make it better or say screw it. ChatGPT is pretty much the best chatbot out there, probably.
So apparently they've got a couple others, Automod AI and conversation summaries.
Yeah, I don't know that.
I haven't heard of either of these.
I'm not ever talking to anybody else on there.
They apparently work on different things.
Well,
One is for doing your chat monitoring for messages. I don't really have a use for those, but streamers.
It keeps breaking up again. But
well, that's probably on your end.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm watching the audio, but
I'm also like half saying sentences because there's not much of a thought here.
but yeah, that's maybe. I want to see what's next here. Anything else for Discord? I said bye to Clyde. I don't need him anymore.
Maybe the feature is going to make a revamped comeback. Why are we saying that?
Because they're probably going to take all up from what we said to it and taught them. They're going to take it all and learn from it. But I don't know why they just don't use the open source code, because they can use that.
So, in a statement that it gave to Gizmodo, it said, Clyde is an experiment shared with a small percentage of servers. Discord is constantly working on bringing users new features and experiences. Clyde is one iteration of this work.
So we were just a small percentage
and we look forward to unveiling new user experience in the future. Apparently, we were a small percentage. But they're going to give us maybe a new guy in the future?
Well, let's see. Maybe
Clyde 2.
Yeah. Clyde that.
So. Yeah.
But yeah.
I'll talk to him. I'll see if he's just as asshole as Clyde. Hey, this next one I picked for you.
Yeah.
Because I know you're a Walking Dead fan, so I want you to have a heads up.
Yeah, and I'm not going to lie. I had to look at it. I couldn't wait.
Not great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is kind of normal for Walking Dead games, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
they were kind of not great, except the one VR game.
I've heard the VR game. I haven't played that one. But yeah.
So this is the Walking Dead Destinies. I think we're showing gameplay here.
Oh, I like to Rick.
Wait, why is his head staying on? What's happening?
I don't get it. This never.
Oh, Rick has a life bar. Look at his life bar here. You're working on Rick. It's take a bit. Kill your friend.
Yeah, that's weird. Anyway, this looks horrible.
Interesting.
I'm so glad I saw it. I wasn't gonna buy it anyway, because why? But yeah, no, I'm so glad. That looks like How would they even that looked like it was released in the 90s. But
so what console is this on? Because they keep saying on consoles, on a console.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why am I having to read so much to figure out what console is it?
Yeah, because it's all of them, maybe. But
so let's just cut right to the first thing I saw in the game: a boss fight between Rick and Shane over who would lead the group. The big draw of the game is that players can change the events of the show, which is a cool concept. I like
Yeah.
that idea. Sadly, the shootout between ex-friends and former cops is one of the worst and silliest boss fights I've seen in 2023.
Yeah.
So
It
it's
looks.
just a stupid.
Do we want to watch this clip?
Maybe.
Yes, but move it.
Yeah. Quickly mute it. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So
Oh
he's-
God! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
He's
Hide behind a hay
shitting.
bale. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Crouch, crouch!
Okay, whoa.
Is this GTA?
Whoa.
What?
Wait.
Okay, what?
taking shotguns. Can't let him hit me.
What?
Rick just dodge roll.
Yeah.
Is this
like-
Dark Souls? What's going
like,
on
I don't know
here?
what's going on.
Oh,
Yeah.
this
Oh,
is
get that
it.
ammo.
Why is Rick not shooting quick?
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
If this weren't a serious actual game, it wouldn't be this.
This just looks like it was quickly thrown together. Like it looks like an old style game. You know, like. and
Why
this-
does Rick have so much HP? Is Rick
Right.
gonna win?
No, he should win.
Oh, we're back to shotgun. He has 34 shotgun shots. He could just sit there and shotgun him.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. That's
He's
all it
trying to
is.
crowbar him.
Health is he? Okay, he's low on health. He's getting there.
Yeah, look at what that. Oh, he's getting.
Oh my god, what is this?
Yeah. So buy it you want. Like if I got it for free, I'd probably play it. Like I'm not gonna.
Oh my God! I have to see what happens when he kills him.
Yeah.
This is, I think Rick takes about 20 or so point blank shotgun blasts in
Yeah.
the face. This
That's how come Rick.
is the
Has
fight
never
between
died.
the
Got him!
second stage.
Rick!
Yeah.
Wait, we're about to see a second stage?
That's it. No more. Oh.
No. It's
Oh.
gonna-
Spoilers!
it's
Spoilers for anybody who's gonna get the game.
Oh no. Oh, who's gonna stab who? Oh, Carl's gonna choose. No.
So you should have hit 20 times and then there's a second stage?
Wait,
Oh, yeah, now you gotta melee him. What the hell?
there literally is. Oh my God! What's that? A walker's in the
There's a
fight now?
walker, yeah.
What is this nonsense?
Yeah. Oh, Shane's gonna die.
Wrathful. Only heavy attacks. No dodging. No shooting.
Okay, so don't buy that game. I mean,
Yeah,
buy it
actually,
if you
yeah,
like
buy
it,
it.
but don't buy that game. Don't buy that game. God, it's a waste of money. What?
Yeah. Okay.
You got this, Shane. Yeah.
Rick! What the heck, Rick?
It's not over yet. Apparently, there's 3 more.
Oh!
Okay, but now it's cutscene.
Wait, no,
I
wait,
think.
wait, no,
Right?
they're gonna show Carl kill Rick.
Oh,
No
It's
way.
not even cutscene. It's like stills.
No way. Oh, there's Daryl. Okay,
They're not.
okay.
Where do they show him?
No,
they're not- thought they were gonna do that.
They don't show him. Yeah.
Yeah, go there.
They couldn't even afford to like
Stay
animate
there.
them.
Yeah.
Oh, Walker Rick.
Yeah, they're just gonna, yeah, wow. And there's Carl. Right? Oh, Shane.
Yeah, don't buy this game. Don't give them money for this. Don't support this.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
pretty
he's
bad.
got 20 or so point blank shotgun blast. That's great.
Yeah.
The rest of Walking Dead Destinies doesn't look much better. Cutscenes aren't animated. Character models look ripped out of PlayStation 3 game.
But what?
Yeah, the PlayStation 3 game, 100%.
Run up to zombie, kick and punch zombie, and press stab button. Then just do that a few hundred times or so without playing it. I can't say it's actually worse than Skull Island Rise of Kong, another game published by a low-budget publisher, Game Mill. But even if The Walking Dead Destinies is better, that's a low bar to clear. So
Yeah.
it's bad. It's
Yeah.
real bad.
That's unfortunate. Because
This is
yeah.
like this is a modern day what was it, the crappy games that
God of War.
no that video game nerd talks about all the time, angry video game nerd, the one with the rain, LJN. It's like the modern day
Oh, LJN. Yeah.
don't know who they are.
And the person who wrote this article theorizes that they crunched too hard, released it too quick. Sure. That's theory.
Either that or that was the point.
It might have been bad from its inception. I don't know.
It
I
might have
won't
been,
give them
we
credit.
wanna turn out a cheap video game. We want to do it quick. Can you guys do it? And they went, yeah, we can make a
Yeah,
crappy
there it
game.
is. It's
They
done.
went, we didn't say anything about a crappy game. They said, yeah, but that's what you asked for. And they went, okay, it's fine. It can be crappy.
Mm-hmm. Anything else on the Walking Dead?
I'm actually ashamed about that.
I wouldn't be too ashamed.
Is
They've put out a ton of
Walking
games,
Dead
and I haven't
still
seen very.
going?
But this one,
Is
I
there
I
a
heard actually I heard
storyline?
such good things about this, and then this is it. Like before it was released, I heard such good things.
Yeah, I heard
How
good
many
things
Walking
about
Dead
the
games are there?
WWE video game too before.
But no, I like the
Yeah.
the tales. Um, when you're Clementine and that's and then you I don't know. I forget what it's called. The Walking Dead
But Telltale games?
Telltale games. Yeah.
Yeah, there's quite a few of those too. I mean, like 5 of them,
Well, they went out of business because
6 of them.
They went from making like really good, really well thought out narrative games, and then like it just the quality started
Yeah,
dipping hard.
because they just wanted to start pumping them all out.
Well, yeah. They were like, "Well, this is easy. We can just do this every day."
Yeah.
And then they just literally came out with like 30 of them, and everyone was like, "This sucks. We hate this. Stop doing it."
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think we only got a few more stories left here.
Yep, we'll jump right into the next one here from another weird source, CP24,
Yeah, that's just a Canadian news site.
Gotcha.
So,
Toronto and beyond.
yeah.
Police investigating after bomb threat made to Toronto Jewish school.
Okay, so this is another in our
Yeah.
line of stories we've been covering, right?
Yeah, so now we talked about on Wednesday we were talking about how a Montreal school was shot for the second time. Yeah, so they keep on now. I'm sure this was a false alarm, but that's still a pretty serious thing to be calling in a bomb threat at anything, not alone a school, right?
Right. So it says this threat was sent via email. The email, a screen grab of which has been viewed by CTV News, says multiple bombs placed at the school and many Jews will die today.
Oh wow.
Eee.
Yeah. That's,
Oh, they give a warning at the top of this. If that's the right
yeah.
about it, I
Sorry,
think
but
the
yeah,
audience can handle that. But warning if there's anything worse than that in here.
our bad. Yeah. Okay.
Not sure what's going to be on down. They say they have a screen grab.
Yeah, maybe they won't show it.
That's-
They said they saw it. Yeah.
This is the response.
Yeah, probably every single cop in the city showed up, right? So, well, please say that when the threat appeared not to be sustainable, the school was evacuated as a precaution. A nearby
It also
daycare.
says the roads were closed off,
Yeah.
the roads in the immediate area. So they responded like it was
And
real,
the things
as
were-
you should.
Yeah, a few other places were evacuated around the school.
Daycare, synagogues. Makes sense.
Oh, the police showed up pretty quick, so
And this comes the day after a bomb threat was made at Jafari Community
oh
Center,
wow.
on Thursday. So that's why I said this is another in a series we've been covering
And
here.
that's a thing. Like, what, do you have to take them serious? You know what I mean? Because you can get 100 bomb threats for 100 days. Then on 101 day, you're like, no, I'm not going to take this serious. Then that's the day there's something going on, you know?
Yep, you have to take each and every one of them seriously. And also, even if they end up being like this one, there was no bomb, you still take it seriously so that you can find out, well, who did that?
Yeah.
Because that is a crime.
But there's like, I guess it's.
I assume in Canada that's a
but
crime,
yeah,
right?
well, 100%. But
Bomb
you can
threats,
go
I
to,
mean, it should
you
be.
can go to a public library with a face mask on, go with a 15-minute email, send an email, walk out, boom, you're done, right?
Hey, we're not advising anyone
Yeah.
to do that.
You're not, but I guess
Just,
it, yeah.
Mike.
But it's true, you can,
that was a little
doesn't
too.
matter.
Just,
We
I could
we
actually
warn
follow
people,
that
but-
too well.
We warn people about, but it's 100% true, and anybody knows that. Most people do know that. They're like, it's so like now you probably still get seen. on
Right. So,
camera.
I mean, if they did something like that, they may not even ever catch him.
Yeah.
But most people, criminals, are kind of dumb,
But yeah, so he probably did that.
and they have their cybercrime unit is going to be
Oh,
investigating.
for sure. So what
So,
what'd be
good
funny
luck.
is he checked his original email before, and then he friggin' did that, which would be kind of funny. But
I mean, hopefully we have a follow up so
Yeah.
we can have a good laugh if it was somebody just being a very dumb criminal.
and not it shouldn't never not. I know what you mean by laugh, but this not really a big laughing matter. But
Well, it's not laughing at his act. We'll be
I know what you're
laughing
saying,
at his
yeah.
arrest.
Yeah, hopefully he does
right?
get arrested. Yeah, like good.
We're not laughing at his act.
He's just
We
trying to be
take-
funny, right? Like you're not funny.
Because this had repercussions. They had to evacuate several buildings and
Yeah.
close off roads.
and
that's not a
resources-
zero
and
cost.
resources, yeah.
That
lots.
costs tax money.
Yeah.
You know, that's your money. Well, maybe
No,
your money. I
not
don't know.
my money. That's not. I'm no.
Not Toronto.
right? But,
No.
it's just insane. It's so sad. This is going all, and it's going all ways. It's not just one way.
Yeah.
It's going all ways, and it's
1,300 students, according to the
Yeah.
mayor. So
Yeah.
that's a shitload of people who had to just evacuate.
Olivia Chow. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it is kind of ridiculous that it's every day there's a story.
Yeah, and that's it.
Like-
Yeah, it's just like, come on. And there were stories before, 100%, but nothing like this. Nothing at all. You know, it's completely changed. People have gone off their rockers all over the world.
I think for sure.
Like, it's, I don't know.
As soon as it entered the public zeitgeist, now
Yeah.
people are using
I just think in
the
general,
public dialogue.
Before that, it was going very good, but that just topped the cherry, or cherry on top.
Yeah. And
Right.
they're just like using the current like topic to just justify these awful
Yeah,
things.
and
Like,
that's-
and it doesn't justify it.
It doesn't justify anything. No, like
It doesn't.
it's just sad. Like let's hope
So-
this gets resolved. I guess I don't know how it's gonna get resolved. The hate's never gonna get resolved. That's a
Well, this particular incident, hopefully the cyber team finds who did it, gives
Yeah.
them the punishment, and sets that example to others
they will find you. Right?
to not
Like,
do this.
yeah.
That, hey, this is a crime that we're able to police. We're able to actually charge and get you. You know, if you have a crime that you can't actually bust people for, it's only a crime. All right?
Yeah,
So hopefully they catch this person. Hopefully they made a mistake.
I guess, and we'll see what we'll have to talk about.
And hopefully
on
we
Monday.
stop seeing instances like this, but I don't think we will because this conflict in Israel is going to be ongoing.
Yeah, it's gonna go on for a while.
In my opinion, there's only one person who can stop it,
Yeah,
and that's President Netanyahu, the president of Israel.
yeah. Isn't he prime minister?
Prime Minister, president, whatever they call him. I call them presidents.
But you know what? It's so weird because anyway, just
President Elizabeth of UK was kind of crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
President Elizabeth.
Um,
President William now.
yeah. Now you threw me off, but yeah.
I did. Did you have anything?
Nope,
You sound like
it's gone.
you did, but
yeah. All right, to our final
Yeah.
story, which is kind of concerning. the same-
yeah, this is on the same topic, but
Yeah.
at least we're not covering the crazy world response. I don't know how else to word that, like the way the world's responding.
Yeah.
All right, so BBC News. Israel says it will allow 2 trucks of fuel a day into Gaza. Okay. This
It's
is
a start.
that's an update on
Yeah.
the last time we talked about things coming into Gaza. It was no fuel, no water, no electricity, nothing. So 2 trucks of fuel a day is the update. Good update.
Yeah.
Fuel is necessary for a lot of things. A lot of people worry that fuel is going to be used for weapons, rockets, that sort of thing. I kind of know it's more used for generators
But now it
to have power in places like hospitals.
And I think that's why they're doing. And I think that's why Israel's doing this. It's like, well, if you give them this much, you're gonna have no choice because the world's gonna see they only have this, so they have to use it for this. They have to. But to give them
No.
10 trucks,
Right.
trucks, they can still do that all and then use the rest for malicious acts, right?
I mean, I don't know if they've done the math, but maybe they have. This article is saying that they are doing it because of pressure from the U.S.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not sure what pressure that would be. I'm an American citizen. They didn't let us know.
Yeah.
From our perspective, they're giving them no pressure, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
Just giving you my POV as an American that the State Department doesn't share with us. But yeah, 140,000 liters of fuel every 2 days. See, I don't know what a place that has 2 million people needs. I don't know
And
numbers.
There's 4 liters in a gallon, 4 point something.
Right.
So, that is what 6. No,
Most of
would
that is
be-
intended for trucks delivering aid, as well as supporting the UN and providing water and sanitation. So this fuel isn't even for hospitals. This is just for bringing in other things.
I'm sure I'll be getting I'll have to, right?
The rest is for mobile phone and internet services. Okay, so that's generators probably for this.
Yeah.
That have been cut off due to lack of fuel, which is good. Allowing these
Maybe
people
they're-
having
yeah.
access to phones and internet is kind of good. We take that as a grant,
Yeah.
just a
like
granted
nothing.
thing.
Exactly.
Like we just have it always, and like
And then we're okay. I'm not too bad because I was like whatever. But when it goes a few days, but when people lose internet for 5 minutes, they're losing it. You know, they're like, I need my internet. Like it's, and then they don't even have food. But yeah, so that's good. That's a start. It is a start that they're letting some stuff in.
oh, here we go. The U.S. official said Washington exerted the deal had been agreed. Yeah, pressure had been agreed in principle weeks ago, but was delayed by Israel for 2 reasons. Israeli officials told the U.S. fuel had not actually run out in southern Gaza, and they also wanted to wait and see if they could negotiate a hostage deal first. That's according to Israeli officials, their reasoning for why it took this long before an update. It's been a while since we talked about this.
No, like again, like it's we're shitty, but they're not. Now this is for the eyes. Like would they be doing this if there's no pressure? Yeah, probably not. But that's with anything. You can say that about any war ever, right? Like the public eye does do a lot of things. That's good. Like let's hope they stop just doing completely bombs, going on foot, kill Hamas by foot.
Well, this article is not really at all about that. So.
Yeah, I'm just saying in general, like they're letting people in now. They're letting some gas in, so that's a start to figure out how to maybe resolve something. I don't know.
I don't know. Like I said, only one, in my opinion, only one person can stop it, and that's Netanyahu. He needs to stop. He's the only one who can stop it.
Yeah, exactly. No, for sure, that is correct. Yeah, 100%. Now they're not going to stop the war, but they got to stop.
It's the same thing I say about another conflict.
Yeah, no, they got to stop that. I said the same thing. Maybe not the
Vladimir Putin is the only one who can stop that one.
Yeah, I say him and Zelensky getting together, but that's a whole different story.
I don't think they need to do it together. I think if Putin stops, it's over.
I think Putin's ready to stop. He's got his land. But like he said, he's like, well, whatever, we're good. We're at a ceasefire. Then Zelensky's like, we're not at a ceasefire. Like, not. I was like, okay, well, I don't know exactly what happened with that. Now since
hopefully we get an article
to
cover that, because I didn't know they were even talking about that. That's interesting.
I think we briefly talked about it. But since this has happened, you don't hear anything about Ukraine.
Well, the last thing I think on the Banter was the prisoners of war who joined the Russian military voluntarily. That was the last one I remember.
Let's see here.
Which we never really found out if those were real volunteers. It's an unbelievable story, but you know.
Okay. Anyway,
But yeah, I mean that would be great news if they're. Although that kind of sucks if Zelensky would be the one holding that up at that. But I think his reasoning would be that he doesn't want to allow the loss of land, territory.
Yeah. I have to find it. I can't find it right now. I can figure out what it says. But yeah, good. I'm glad. Like I'm not glad, but that's
Russia's UN ambassador calls for a ceasefire. Oh no, sorry. I just finished reading the rest of that sentence. It's not related to Ukraine. Russia's calling for a ceasefire. And unfortunately, I'm seeing more of that than anything else right now. So specifically the Russia-Ukraine stuff, and maybe, like I said, find a link so we can get it on the Banter.
Yeah. No, I can't.
I'd like to see an end to that conflict too, because it's another senseless conflict where it seems Putin is just trying to do
again.
That's all I see is a guy trying to do a conquest for no good reason, really. Russia's big.
Yeah, Russia. Now again, I'd
be like if Canada wanted to try to take Alaska, I'd just let you have it.
Yeah. Well.
But why would you want it?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
No, why do you want it?
I don't know.
I'm not going to let you skirt the question, Senator.
I don't even know.
You don't even know why you want it.
I don't know why would we want Alaska anyway. Jason's been pretty quiet. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh.
I think Jay's is about bantered out because we've had a pretty good show. I think that's our last article.
That's our shortest show ever. Jeez,
come
on.
That was only a little over an hour.
Yeah, sometimes they go like that. They're not, real crazy episodes.
For sure.
It's just a chill Friday night, and we're looking forward to the weekend.
Yeah, we are.
Partying.
Well, thank you for watching. For whoever's watching, and whoever's watching later, please follow us on Kick. It took me a second to say that. And for a few viewers watching now, if you haven't followed us, please give us a follow. You can follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. Before we jet out here, Jays, do you have anything to say?
No, nothing special for me. Like and subscribe, comment down below, argue with us, all those good things.
Yeah, for sure. And what about you, Dustin?
I just want to thank everybody for being with us tonight. Thanks everybody for watching live, and anybody watching later, make sure to leave comments. I scout all those comments, and I want to talk to you in the comments. Also, press the buttons. Our website informs you to do so. Therefore, it is binding. Otherwise, that's the way to kick me out.
Sure. And if you want to be on the show, please drop us a line. You can do that by going to our website, borderlinebanter.com. There's a few questions at the bottom. Not really questions, just some things that we tell you before you apply to be on the show. We like to talk about anything. Who have stuff to talk about, shoot us a message. This is about bantering, not all about news. We want to banter. We want to get to know people in the kick community and in general. We want to talk about borders, you know. But yeah, we appreciate it. And on that note too, we always like to end the show. It is okay not to be okay. If you ever need someone to talk to, there's a lot of help out there. You're not alone. In the States, you can call 988. Here in Canada, it's 1-866-456-4555. Oh, I messed that up tonight.
You messed it up.
1-866-455. I'm sorry, guys. I had it.
Breathe. Start fresh. Okay, what is it?
One more time. 1-866-456-4456.
There you go.
No, nowhere near it. That's close. 1-833-456-4566. I'm sorry, everybody. I don't know what happened. It's Friday night. It's a chill.
It's
it happens.
A really easy Google.
I actually have an idea that maybe we could talk about after the show for how.
For sure.
Just remind me.
Yeah, we will. Okay, well, thank you very much. Doesn't look like I can host anybody, but that is all right. We'll see you Monday at 7 p.m. Thank you very much, and you have a great evening.
Bye.